And we are going to begin with a big news break for you. Times Now has accessed the ED's contention in draft charge sheet against Rahul and Sonia Gandhi in the National Herald case. This is a super exclusive that we are getting for you as far as the National Herald case is concerned. Today was the hearing. In fact, in the particular case where the Enforcement Directorate made certain submissions after the charge sheet that was filed. Remember, in the charge sheet, Sonia Gandhi as well as Rahul Gandhi were named accused number 1 and accused number 2. And today, when the Enforcement Directorate was making submissions in the National Herald case in the Rouse Avenue Court in Delhi, some very explosive details have also emerged. The entire National Herald saga that we are now going to bring to you, how it is exploding. There is now, more details. In fact, there are some details that we have got for you. Young Indian created as sham or cloak. Young Indian used public funds for personal use. More details emerging. Sonia and Rahul Gandhi, were indulging in money laundering. Remember, they have been accused of money laundering. And this is what the Enforcement Directorate also said in the court today. Public funds were used for personal use. Shares acquired at 90.21 crore rupees. Properties worth 755 crore rupees. That's the math that ED has presented in front of the court, and total proceeds of crime 988 crore rupees. But as far as the rental income is concerned, viewers, that is a major revelation that was made by the Enforcement Directorate in the court today. The rental income that was going to Sonia Gandhi and Rahul Gandhi continuously, that particular amount they are calling it as proceeds of crime, and that Gandhis continue to receive till November 2023. That's another big revelation, in fact, that was made by the Enforcement Directorate in the courtroom today. Joining us on the broadcast right now are my colleagues. We have Madhav, Pranesh live with us from the newsroom. We have Bhavtosh and Dipankar also now joining us on the broadcast. Madhav, to you first. I believe you have details of some more, information that we have got as far as this case is concerned against Gandhis.
Well, absolutely. Bhavtosh and Dipankar have attended that particular hearing, and in fact, sources close to the investigation are telling them about what really has been learnt by the investigating agency into this entire case. And it's very interesting, Pranesh. We'll of course go to Bhavtosh and Dipankar in just a moment, but it's very interesting because the entire issue of contention is that 90 crore loan. What was the basis on which AJL was not able to pay back that loan is what Mr. Rahul Gandhi has told the investigators he did not know of. This is something that Sonia Gandhi has also apparently told the investigators. So the big question that emerges then is that, is this nothing but an attempt to put the entire onus of the decision-making process on the then treasurer of the Congress party and former Chief Minister Motilal Vora, is the question that comes out of all of this, because Mr. Motilal Vora, of course, is deceased. He is, of course, not in a position to defend himself, but that is what it appears to be, is what the investigators are telling us. Now, this is quite serious because, this boils down to the crux of where the decision-making process is. It boils down to the crux of who can be held liable criminally or otherwise as far as this decision is concerned, Pranesh.
Madhav, I'm not surprised by what Rahul Gandhi and Sonia Gandhi said when they were asked direct questions about funding. And like you said, the first thing that you mentioned, that when, as shareholders, you ought to know these things. If you don't know, then probably you are, unfit to own those shares, or, I don't want to elaborate on that point. But look, Motilal Vora's son, Arun Vora, if I'm not wrong, Arun Vora is also a member of the Congress party. He, based in Chhattisgarh, has been a member of the assembly there. He has, over the last 2 years, on multiple occasions, every time there's an update in the National Herald case, and the Gandhis seem to, or the Congress loyalists seem to put the blame on Motilal Vora, who's no more. The son has said that all these allegations are baseless. And what does it tell you about the people who are blaming Motilal Vora, someone who was considered a loyalist of the family? Just because Motilal Vora is not here to defend himself does not mean you say these things about him. And what proof do the Gandhis have that these decisions were taken by Motilal Vora and they were not in the know? If they were not in the know, like, many people who are, I don't want to name them, but who are associated in this case, in the larger sense of things, have said if Motilal Vora was taking decisions on behalf of Sonia Gandhi and Rahul Gandhi, who allowed Motilal Vora to take the decisions? Obviously, the shareholders must have given, something.
Would it have been done without
Exactly.
and
Look at the two interesting aspects that have now come out from the details that Bhavtosh has managed to access. Bogus donations we knew of. Now the entire breakup is there. And then the other aspect is bogus rent. So bogus donation and bogus rent,
right.
All this was done so that the shareholders, in this case Sonia Gandhi and Rahul Gandhi, don't have to shell out any money from their pocket.
Absolutely.
Well, absolutely. Stay on with us. Let me take those points across to Bhavtosh as well, who has accessed this very important piece of information. Bhavtosh, and also, an important point that caught my attention was that how in as many words it has been mentioned that accused number 1 and 2 hatched a conspiracy. And it was a well thought out conspiracy. There was a strategy behind ensuring that 76% in Young Indian is controlled by two individuals, Rahul Gandhi and Sonia Gandhi.
Yes, Sena. What Madhav and Pranesh were telling us is the statement that was recorded by Rahul Gandhi in June 2022, and which created a lot of consternation among political class and also between Congress and BJP. When Rahul Gandhi was asked to join the investigation, his statement was recorded over a period of 5 days. And Rahul Gandhi, though later said that because he does a lot of exercise and yoga, he in fact answered all the questions of Enforcement Directorate. Under PMLA, one is given an option to record his statement. Rahul Gandhi first said that he is not aware why All India Congress Committee gave a loan of around 90 crore rupees to Associate General Private Limited. And then he subsequently said that he is not aware why Young Indian was given around 50 lakh rupees to pay off the entire loan of 90 crore rupees. Now, these two things are very important. And then subsequently, Rahul Gandhi also said that all decisions were taken by Motilal Vora. Similar statement was given by Sonia Gandhi. That's what sources have said, and that's the kind of arguments that happened in the court. Now, both Sonia Gandhi as well as Rahul Gandhi made the same arguments in the before the Enforcement Directorate. ED has submitted the charge sheet. In fact, the cognizance of the charge sheet has not yet been taken. Congress maintains that this is a politically motivated case. ED in its what ED has said in its investigation, that total proceeds of the crime in this case stands at a whopping 2,000 crore rupees. They have said that they have acquired assets for 2,000 crore rupees, and the rental income only of year 2017-2018 stands at around 38 crore rupees, and that's the reason why they have now written to the rent commissioners and rent managers in Delhi, Mumbai and Lucknow that they should be allowed to take possession of these properties pending investigation and trial as far as this case is concerned.
Right. Some very, very important details. Stay on with us, Bhavtosh. Let me go across to Dipankar as well, joining us live right now. 2,000 crore, around 2,000 crore is the amount that we are talking about. And it's huge. Given the way things are moving, what can we expect ahead, Dipankar, in this particular case? As Bhavtosh was telling us, cognizance of the charge sheet has not been taken yet. Of course, certain important submissions were made by the Enforcement Directorate in the Rouse Avenue Court today. What happens next?
Well, yes, very crucial arguments were provided by the Enforcement Directorate before the Rouse Avenue Court, where this matter is currently being heard. And the court has taken note of these submissions that had been made. The Enforcement Directorate has informed the Rouse Avenue Court that AJL, AICC and Young Indian are the three main entities around which the entire conspiracy revolves, and these three are the main accused in the case. But upon a question that was asked by the court whether the AICC has been named as an accused in the matter, the ED informed that as of yet AICC has not been made an accused in this case. AJL and Young Indian are the accused in the case. It was also informed to the court that Young Indian that was formed by Rahul Gandhi and Sonia Gandhi, it was only formed for the benefit of these two people, and it had no other business. It only worked as the beneficiary. They were the beneficiary of Young India, and these submissions were made before the Rouse Avenue Court. After nearly 1.5 hours of hearing, the Rouse Avenue Court has now adjourned the matter forward and will continue to hear the submission of the ED and also the other parties, the accused, the proposed accused in the case, that are the 7 proposed accused in the case. Their arguments will also be heard by the Rouse Avenue Court over a period of time which has been fixed by the Rouse Avenue Court as between 2nd of July to 8th of July, where the submissions regarding the cognizance of the charge sheet will be heard, and only after hearing all the submissions by both the parties will the court decide whether to take cognizance on the charge sheet that was filed by Enforcement Directorate against Rahul Gandhi, Sonia Gandhi, Sam Pitroda and 4 other accused in the matter, and we'll have to wait and watch as to whether after the cognizance is taken, summons are issued to all the accused people in this involved in the case. So we'll have to wait and watch from 2nd of July to 8th of July, when day-to-day hearing will be held in this entire matter in Rouse Avenue Court, and cognizance submissions on the point of taking cognizance of the Enforcement Directorate charge sheet will be heard.
Right. So there are 2 important points here, viewers who are just joining us. One is what happened in the Rouse Avenue Court today in the National Herald case, where the Enforcement Directorate presented its submissions in front of the court, and some sensational details have emerged there. Point number 2 is the super exclusive news break that we are getting for you, wherein we are getting to know that how Gandhis were evading questions. In a way, they even blamed Motilal Vora to evade the probe. That's the inside information that we have got for you. For more on this, let me now go back to my colleague Bhavtosh, who continues to be with us at this point in time. Dipankar stays with us as well. Bhavtosh, now, there are 2 different issues here. I want you to give us more details about the exclusive piece of information you've managed to gather. How, on one hand, ED has, in a way, established with its probe so far that it was a well-thought-out conspiracy. But tell us a little bit about how, the other side is still trying to say that this is nothing but a conspiracy, a political conspiracy against the Gandhis. But news seems to be tightening against Gandhis the way things are moving in this case, isn't it?
Hina, at the end of the day, Enforcement Directorate has to, in fact, prove their case in the court of law. Cognizance of the charge sheet has not yet been taken. But this entire case revolves around the private complaint that was given by former MP Subramaniam Swamy, and the ED had taken cognizance of that only in 2022, though Income Tax Department has also submitted its report before Income Tax Appellate Tribunal. What Rahul Gandhi said is very important before the Enforcement Directorate. He said that he was not aware of the loan that was given by the All India Congress Committee. The loan itself is a very huge amount. It's 91 crore rupees. And then subsequently, this is what the sources have said, the manner in which this loan was written off only for 50 lakh rupees. Now, this is actually a point of consternation. It has created a lot of controversy as to why this loan was written off. Congress has always said that it is a matter between Congress party. Why is BJP intervening in it? Whereas ED says that because court has in fact had taken this private complaint on record, they are very well allowed to investigate this case. Now, one has to wait and see what will happen on the next day. But as of now, very big charges have been leveled by ED.
Big charges by the Enforcement Directorate. We'll now wait and watch as to what really happens on the next date of hearing, because from 2nd onwards till about 8th, it's going to be day-to-day hearing in this case that's going to take place. Thank you very much for the moment, Bhavtosh as well as Dipankar. Appreciate both of you for joining us with your inputs. We will slip into another very, very short break. More news and updates on the other side. Stay with us.